Uh, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to my world. This is Michaud, aka Showboat, aka Show, whichever is easiest for you. Um, I am doing this video today as my first YouTube video as Martians Props. This is a company, page, group organization that I've started in high school, basically for my love for art, TV, movies, anything that it has to do with pretty much an expression of love for art, stories, and visual storytelling. From a young age, I've always been enticed by it. I've always been interested in it. Making my own costumes as a kid, growing up, making my own props for Halloween and costumes and stuff, and then pretty much getting into what I do today. So the reason for this video is I got put into the high school to insurance salesman pipeline. I was good at sales. I was good at selling people stuff. I was good at talking to people. So we've been doing insurance for over 5 years at this point. And up until a couple weeks ago, there was a separation between me and that insurance life, that sales company, just that entire life in general. It granted me the time and the ability, the resources in order to get the lifestyle that I wanted as of now. So I'm pushing forward with that use of free will. And with the company I was with when you guys, leave and everything, they pack up all your stuff and they got to send it to you. You can't pack it up yourself. So my desk was not only general knickknacks and stuff that I would need for work, but it was multiple action figures that I had on my desk as well, just because, that's what I did. I needed a piece there that would make me feel at home. So I thought it would be fun if we went through the box, talked about any figures that I had, anything that might have a little bit of a connection, a little bit of a story behind it. We can kind of go through that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. Again, this is my first video, so questions, comments, concerns, anything, go ahead and leave that in the comment section below, and that will definitely help me out in terms of what you want to see. I'm planning on doing, I do a lot of custom action figures myself, so I'm going to do videos on that. Right now, I'm primarily posting on Reddit and Instagram when it comes to my customs. So I'll leave that information in the description. Please check it out if you feel free. And then if you also are interested in getting a custom figure, same thing. Reach out, let me know. Definitely, I am. Been doing it for about 2-3 years, seriously at this point. So I have a decent knowledge of figures, brands, release dates, types of bodies, molds. I've made custom figures and everything. So like I said, I'm going to be releasing more videos on that information as well. Today, like I said, we're going to get into what's in this box. So nicely packed, nicely covered there. Let me go ahead and drink. There we go. All right, so first things I see, I was there, like I said, for this company, I was there for about 3 years. Spent a couple birthdays, so I have some birthday card. It's another, technically it's a birthday card. It was connected. It's what are these things called again? Forgot the name. Index cards. Ooh, there it is. Ooh. With another coworker who couldn't fit on here, so they wrote that there. And then I have another card because, like I said, I was there for a couple days or for a couple years. So this is a happy anniversary card. So that's cool. Missed a couple people there. Leave was kind of abrupt. Multiple people knew I didn't want to be there. I kept telling people I'm going to be leaving pretty soon. But I was saying that for about over a year. So people kind of knew, but, kind of abrupt. While I was there, again, I would get bored. My artistic side would want to come out. So I made a couple of art pieces or just kind of drawings. This one is basically playing on that 3D effect that you can do when it comes to adding different highlights to the edges of stationery or pictures and such. And then this one was just sort of I don't even know what to call it. I was just kind of feeling pent up, wanted to express some art. It did kind of get folded up a little bit in there. It was a lot more, presentable at first, but, an APAC stuff. But yeah, it's a black power fist. It's supposed to be, representative of abstract and just kind of feeling emotions. I think I did this during a Black History Month one time and put it up. So most likely during February at some time. Another art piece I did, this one again, I was just kind of goofing around with I think I have a fidget spinner in here, like one of those old fidget spinners, and I was using it to kind of as like a compass, making circles. So I did just like a bunch of random circles and filled it in with colors in certain areas. Used pen, pencil, highlighter, expo marker for like whiteboards, all of that. So another piece, I'm gonna probably put this stuff up here so it adds a little ambiance. Fan. It was hot as hell. I live in Vegas. It's hot as hell during the months of like April till literally October 31st. The next day it gets cold. So inside that office, even though they had AC and stuff, I'm a person, anybody who knows me knows that I run hot. I am constantly warm. If you sit next to me, you'll feel the heat radiating off of me. That's just what it is. So this was a godsend, just having it right next to me in order to get the heat off of me. All right, we're getting into some figures. Okay, certain stuff is a little bit of everywhere because they shipped it weird, but okay. Well, at least they packaged the figures up. I think my manager told me, or my supervisor told me, he was going to do everything himself, and he does have a few figures himself. So respected collector probably wanted to make sure that these were taken care of. So one of the first ones I have here, and yeah, his arm always pops off. I forgot exactly the brand, but I have this one, and then I have a Naruto and a Kakashi. But it's this one is Inosuke from Demon Slayer. Represent, one of my favorite characters from Demon Slayer. Love his personality, love, his fit, the swords he has, all of that. So I have him here. I do have all of his other accessories in there as well. But yeah, decent articulation and such. I really like there's something about like a smaller figure where like it's kind of, sometimes it's funner to play with, or it can be seen as like, a little more interesting because the details are smaller. You have to get, more specific details there, and then like with the articulation still being pretty decent, good bang for your buck. I think it was like $20 or something at like Walmart when I was able to shop at Walmart. Okay, here, he didn't pack these with any sort of similarity, but this is a Bob Ross vinyl figure. I'm trying to remember these companies. I think this is a NECA brand. I'm going to say this is NECA. But yeah, this is one of his pink shirts with the little squirrel friend in there. And then he comes, with a palette and everything. So love that. I actually have a one of the NECA 1/12 scale. I think it's like 7-inch figures of him too, with like cloth goods and everything. So love my Bob Ross figures. He is, of course, a very respected man in the universe. Okay, he's not standing upright. Hold on. What's wrong with your feet, bro? Come on, get your ankles together. Oh, shit. Okay, you got to lay down. All right. The next one here was one of the first customs I did a few years ago. We're just kind of playing around with this idea and, just kind of kit bashing, spitballing, doing all that good stuff. So this was from the... a lot of people are going to hate me for this. This was from the Luke and... the Hasbro Luke and Yoda Dagobah, like I think it was like a 30th anniversary or some anniversary pack that just came out a few years ago. He was, all of this was like the khaki color, and it came with Yoda with his little cloth goods jacket and stuff. I think I still have him somewhere, but I basically painted him all black and added like he was wearing like some sleeves and stuff. And then I put Yoda's belt as his, like a little head wrap or something, some tassels and a little pouch. And then I was using this shotgun. It's from a Fortnite character. I think it was the dude with the 8-ball head. I don't know what his name is, but I don't really play Fortnite like that. But it was from him, I believe. That was the only figure that I had bought from that. So yeah, it was just like a little, supposed to be like a covert spy type of Luke. The belt and holsters are also from that Fortnite character. And then this, I don't know where I got this from, but I wanted to say it's like, like a little communicator. You can talk to people on it and stuff, but I have no idea. This is just like a random little Ghibli that I found from like one of my old boxes from when I was a kid. Don't know where it's from, so looks cool. So got that extra bubble wrap for later. That's cool. All right, can of soup. It's a can of soup. I don't know what to say about that. It's a can of soup. Tums. As a big boy who likes to eat stuff he shouldn't eat, this comes in handy. It gives you a lot of help and gives you a lot of relief when it comes to certain feelings that you might have internally after eating something that's, again, not good for you. So we got those. We have a ball with a healthy saying on it. This helped me out through a lot when I was at that job. Like looking at this and just, I don't want to be here, which is such like a calming and helpful reminder. So I'm actually gonna put this on my desk here just to help me out, because sometimes you got to remind yourself. Like, I get it, you may still be irritated afterwards, but like at least you got some more oxygen in you. At least you're able to, get your bearings so you could like direct your anger a little bit. Okay, back to figures here. All right, this is my Mr. T bobblehead. Now, it was broken before. I'm not blaming them for that at all. I've had this since I was a kid. I've had this, I can remember back in like middle school, even maybe younger, having this. I don't know where I got it from. Most likely got it from my mom. But yeah, it's a bobblehead. The glue that was attached and everything had come off years ago, and I just haven't repaired it. That is definitely something I'm going to do as of now with the resources and everything that I have. I know how to fix a lot of stuff a lot better. So definitely going to, fix this. But yeah, Mr. T bobblehead, you can see certain portions are either drawn on or messed up in some way. Again, I've had this since I was a kid, so I was messing around with it. More bubble wrap.